Hi everyone!
Welcome back to our channel!
I'm Shannon.
I'm Hai-Chen.
And we're students at UAL's Design for Social Innovation and Sustainable Futures Master's Program. And we are going to update you on our Unit 3 project that explores the lines Wellbeing Walk.
Before we dive into our research, we want to take you on a short immersive journey. Buckle up as you become a Wellbeing Walk participant. We will highlight a few of core elements of the Wellbeing Walk: art, social connection, nature, and meditation.
Welcome to the Lines Wellbeing Walk. We're so happy you're able to join us on this beautiful day in Newham. I hope you're ready for an adventure.
To begin, you arrive at the meetup point at Jim and Tony at the print house. Look out for our guide and a friendly group of workers.
Let's get going. One of the first things you'll notice about the Wellbeing Walk is the artwork. The Line is London's first public art walk, and the route of the Wellbeing Walk features 3 world-class art installations.
That's right. The Wellbeing Walk also includes artistic exercises and activities to encourage the participants to see the beauty in their surroundings.
Wow, that incredible artist really captured the romantic tension between those 2 pigeons.
Social connection is a key element of the Wellbeing Walk. Our friendly group of workers connect over a complimentary beverage after each walk at the Millhouse Cafe. Our walking pace is slow, so there's always time to chat along the way.
The Wellbeing Walk route is on a towpath alongside a quintessentially East London canal. The walk features many types of flora and fauna that never look the same from one week to the next. The route is also next to 2 of Newham's parks.
Gosh, we got so lucky with the weather today. Perfect for bird watching.
Our experienced guides are skilled at integrating mindfulness into the walk. Walking meditation is a valuable way to connect with the body, quiet the mind, and be present in the moment.
To practice this, let's draw our attention to the water. Notice how the sunlight ripples across the water. As you look at the water, notice what comes up. With a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now close your eyes for a few deep breaths.
Wonderful! Thank you so much for joining us on our walk today.
Welcome to the wildcat safari of the Line.
Oh! Welcome back! We hope you enjoy our walk. Now let's get down to business.
Thanks, Hai-Chen. As a reminder, the Line provided our group with a brief to increase engagement and retention in the Wellbeing Walk, as the program's attendance has been quite low throughout its lifetime. Following the feedback from a midpoint check-in, the scope of our project was narrowed to be a creation of audience analysis, a methodology to better understand the user, and the creation of a new visual identity for the Wellbeing Walk.
To meet the goals of the brief, we started with various forms of secondary and primary research. Let's take a journey through our research progress.
Our research into understanding the Wellbeing Walk's audience and the issue of engagement began by reviewing the Line's website. We navigated the site as if we were an interested party looking for a Wellbeing Walk, and we reviewed the information that was provided. We noticed that this method is not the most clear way to find out about the Wellbeing Walk, as there are so many different types of information about the Line's programming on the website.
Moving out of the digital realm, we analyzed the wayfinding system around the Wellbeing Walk route, as this could be a way to both find out about the Line's programming and navigate along the route. We noticed that the signs along the Wellbeing Walk is very subtle and not easy to notice. Additionally, for the artworks along the Wellbeing Walk, there are no QR codes to link externally to additional information or the Line's website.
We also studied the previous Wellbeing Walk evaluation report, surveys, and other participant case studies. This helped us identify what's working and what isn't working, best practices from other Wellbeing Walks, and opportunities for design and marketing changes.
We did community analysis that looks at different demographic markers for the nearby area, including a well-being index study.
And we evaluated current marketing channels that promote the Wellbeing Walk.
Lastly, we analyzed case studies that are relevant to our research. We looked at different Wellbeing Walks on the Rambler platform, Impacted, and the North Yorkshire Walk. We also look at best practices for marketing well-being walks for elderly populations. Our group participated in the well-being walk 5 times over the last 7 weeks. This was a key way to gather data on the structure of the walk. Following the walk, we mapped out our journey with mood indicators to start to notice what we enjoyed and what we thought might be areas for improvement.
To gather feedback from the local community that measures the potential interest in the walk, we posted 5 different surveys throughout the area of the walk. The survey definitely has a lot of room for improvement, but did indicate that there's interest in well-being walks and wellness in the community, and additionally, we were able to identify more high-traffic areas where potential marketing signage could be posted in the future.
We interviewed various stakeholders to gain valuable information about the walk. While we were not permitted to interview participants for confidentiality concerns and to respect the sanctity of the walk, we did get a lot of data from other stakeholders, including
an interview with Lorna that helped us scope our design response and provided us with a lot of valuable baseline information.
An interview with Christine, the former guide of the Wellbeing Walk, that helped us to understand the intricacies of the current system and important areas for improvement.
Interviews with local residents that helped us understand the relationship with the Wellbeing Walk pathway.
An interview with the manager of Jim and Tony at the Print House, the starting place of the walk, that helped us understand the community improvement.
And interviews with various youth guides that support the Wellbeing Walk. This helped us understand their motivations for involvement and brought a fresh perspective to ongoing issues.
One of our favorite methods of primary research was participating in similar well-being walks around the London area. Shannon and I journeyed around London to find out what's working and what isn't working for London's many well-being walks.
During these walks, we were able to casually interview guides and walkers for why they wanted to seek out walks, what they enjoyed about them, what's working well, what they could change, and why they come week after week. We got many valuable insights from these walks and made new friends!
Yay!
Yay! Our insights helped compare and contrast our experience with the Lions Wellbeing Walk. For example, we noticed that similar to the Wellbeing Walk, these walks had a very important community feel to them, and that was a big motivator for their participants. We also noticed that it can be difficult to find the walking group and find the guide at the different meeting points, and it can be hard to balance the speeds of all the different levels of walkers. However, we did notice a few things that make the Lions Wellbeing Walk stand out and be a differentiator in the community, such as the free beverage at the end of each walk and integrating mindfulness and artistic opportunities and activities.
After completing these forms of primary research, we attended the Wellbeing Walk with our insights in mind. We mapped out each phase of the Wellbeing Walk and considered each phase from the perspective of the work-in-progress personas we have made. This was loosely inspired by role-playing as a research method.
Ooh. After gathering all of this useful data, we transitioned to the next phase of our project. Ideation.
We created a stakeholder map of all of the different interaction levels between stakeholders and the walk.
We created a systems map that revealed the systems that positively or negatively impact the Wellbeing Walk.
And we created what-if scenarios such as, what if the Wellbeing Walk ceased to exist? And what if the Wellbeing Walk had infinite funding? These exercises helped us with the scaling and scoping of our design responses.
This all leads us to our proposed design intervention. Our proposed design intervention comes in the form of deliverables that meet the clarified brief. As a reminder, this brief asks for a form of audience analysis, a way of understanding the user, and a refresh of the visual identity for the walk. To meet the brief, we completed audience analysis through persona development, did user journey mapping, and created new marketing materials for these targeted audiences that we identified. To further data collection efforts and continuous improvement, we made a survey for participants. And we also ideated upon future scenarios for Wellbeing Walk improvement. These are long-term ideas that would extend far beyond our project timeline. Basically, they're big swing ideas we came up with in the last 8 weeks.
Our first product is our audience analysis through personas. We decided to develop personas to understand the potential motivations and communication channels for engaging new participants.
According to the communication blog Dreamcast, attendee personas is a process of characterizing attendees for your events. This characterization is usually based upon their likes, dislikes, goals, aspirations. In other words, it's a virtual profile for an individual based on their behavior, needs, and wants. It helps you tailor your message to help suit an individual's needs, hence making your messages more efficient and effective, and helps you identify target audiences. Our attendee personas were built using data collected during the Wellbeing Walks, our sessions with other Wellbeing Walks in the London area, demographic data analysis, academic research, our survey results, and interviews with stakeholders. It's important to note that these personas are speculative and could be refined over time with additional access to interview the participants of the Wellbeing Walk, additional interviews of other stakeholders outside of participants, and testing of our assumptions. We consider these personas to be a work in progress, but they help us understand potential motivators for our marketing choices moving forward.
Our personas were built guided by potential motivating factors for joining the Wellbeing Walk and take into consideration our demographic analysis and potential ways to communicate to this group. Our 5 personas are representative of the potential participants that could be targeted. We will briefly cover them here, but they will be more heavily featured in our final report.
Today, we'll just briefly be looking at 2 of our personas, Natasha and Kai.
Hi, I'm Natasha, and I'm new to the area, and I'm looking for opportunities to make friends and experience social connection.
And I'm Kai, a long-term Newham resident, and I'm interested in improving my mental health.
We mapped where both of these personas would hypothetically be in their area and in the digital space. Between these 2 personas, we would suggest marketing with flyers or handouts to Natasha in the areas she might go for socialization, such as community centers, cafes, grocery stores, or cross-promotion with other social groups. And for Kai, we would recommend doing targeted online efforts through social media.
Our next product developed is our user journey map. Our user journey map considers the different perspectives and needs of the potential future participants. According to UX Expressia, the experience graph enables you to take an emotional journey of your customers and maybe tweak a few or more things to make their emotional experience with you as smooth as possible. We wanted to best understand how each different phase of the Wellbeing Walk, from awareness to support, could impact each of our personas. Our user journey map was developed with data collected during our sessions attending the Wellbeing Walk, attending other local walks, interviews, and academic research. This map will be included in more detail in our final report. However, we want to point out a few things. The map is broken down into awareness, or knowing about the walk's existence, consideration, deciding whether or not to go, experience, the walk itself, and support, ongoing interaction with the walk. In each of these phases, we consider the personas' hypothetical actions, their experience, problems that may arise, and opportunities for change. In alignment with the brief, we notice that the awareness phase has the greatest amount of opportunity as the current marketing strategy is not tailored to specific audiences. Within the opportunities section of this phase, we have compiled a list of our proposed marketing strategies, including what platform or where the materials should be posted. For example, an important insight we discovered was that the line is not leveraging the site Ramblers, which is a platform that promotes wellbeing walks in the UK. When we were looking for wellbeing walks, we used Ramblers to find them in our area. This is a huge marketing opportunity for growth. Throughout each phase, we have proposed ideas of change that will be explored in more detail in our final report.
Now it's time for our marketing moment. Given our understanding of these potential participants, we develop marketing materials that meet the gaps identified in the user journey. We develop those materials with accessibility consideration in mind and target the language and the graphics to meet the potential future participants' need. We used all of this data to create a unique visual identity for the well-being work. This visual identity began with the creation of a mood board that reflected the themes and values of the well-being work. From there, Welly was born.
Hello, I'm Welly. I'm the Wellbeing Walk mascot whose goal is to add a little lightheartedness to the Wellbeing Walk branding. I am a friend to all and love participating in the weekly Wellbeing Walk. As you can see, I am a little busy guy who can do almost anything I put my mind to.
We also redesigned the logo that uses the format of the LINES logo. We kept the shape of the logo aligned with the current visual identity. We add words alongside the logo that meet accessibility standards. We mock up examples of how we can digitally and physically reach the new audience explored in the personas and user journey. We mock up a Rambler's page and Instagram post, and develop posters and brochures to reach our audience in person. These materials are mock examples of what could be used to attract more participants. The mapping for where to put these materials is included in the personas and user journey, but will also be outlined in the final report.
Lastly, we developed a survey that could be used to collect data from participants to continuously improve the well-being walk and improve retention in current participants. We took elements from the current survey and adjusted it to improve the usability of the data. This survey is small enough to be carried by participants so we can collect data before and after the walk. The survey includes elements from the well-being umbrella used in the previous surveys and collects data about where the participants found out about the walk, if they're satisfied about the walk's quality, and if they would recommend it to a friend. We're almost done!
Yay! Beyond the deliverables specified in the brief, we also compiled a list of ideas we had that could improve the well-being work beyond our project timeline. These ideas are mid to long term. In the midterm, we suggest hosting past cleanup days with locals. However, it will have to be sensitive to the habitants of any individuals experiencing homelessness. Rerouting the Wellbeing Walk route to include walking through the Abbey Lane, open space, and 3 Mills Park. In the long-term plans, we suggest a London Wellbeing Walk Council to share best practices of hosting Wellbeing Walks and a virtual forum of Wellbeing Walk participants to stay connected between walks.
We loved working on this project. All 4 of us learned so much about community development, well-being, and the integration of art, nature, and wellness. We are so excited to follow along on the Wellbeing Walk's future.
We'll see you on
the
line.
Bye!